Hi, Larnell. This is Neil with Dorkaholics, where we believe that there's
Yes.
a dork in everyone, and it's our job to bring that dork out into the world.
All right. Well, you won't have much of trouble pulling that one out of me. So I know I'm a dork at times. So awesome.
Perfect. When it came to the action of the Continental, what was your goal
Mhm.
as the action director?
All right. I think I've said this a few times, but I can't stress it enough. Just to make sure we don't suck. Okay. And I mean that. The expectation of the John Wick world and the action that's been built is very respected. It's been a game changer concerning gun fu mixed with judo, mixed with various styles here and there. It set a huge precedent. So the thing I said was respect what they've done, remember their blueprint, remember the template, but then let's find our own unique voice in here as well because we have different characters. We are in the 70s. So let's reflect that time and do our best to say, just tell a great story, and the comparison stop once you get into the character development. And then from there, you just enjoy their journey and watch them kick ass.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw as the first episode opens up, it has that dark tone of John Wick, but
Mm-hmm.
quickly the action feels unique, like you're saying, to the characters.
Yeah.
Um, what were some of your inspirations, or how would you describe the action of the Continental?
Ooh, the action of Continental. I want to say the action of the Continental to me is universal. What I mean by universal is there's a difference when you're looking at like Hong Kong cinema, American action, action that's being done in Korea, action that's being done in Thailand, Indonesia. So I want to say for me, my influences are all of them. So you can find a little bit of Muay Thai from Yen, Kate, who did an amazing job. Sometimes it's just a filming style from the American version of how John Wick films, just wide, lack of cuts, so you can see the actors. It's not over edited, so we wanted to make sure the audience is able to enjoy it. And then just the intensity and grittiness you get from what you see in Korean films or Indonesia, where you don't go gory, but you do have impact and make people feel the pain, things like that. So I figured that was my formula. Just wanted to make sure that it was well balanced. That way, each fight scene stayed unique.
Hmm. I think the most memorable scene for me was trying to avoid spoilers with the crying baby and the sleeping mom and the
that
it was like
that
so
was fun.
yeah, it was like so over the top and kind of funny because the baby and the
Yeah,
mom don't really know what's going on. Um,
yeah, yeah.
what
Yeah,
was
Albert, I would say, he was definitely a unique inspiration behind that. Just the tone, the storytelling, keeping the baby involved to a certain extent in the fight scene as a friendly reminder of there's another element of danger and story within this fight scene. But yeah, that was a cool one.
hmm, what were some of your favorite scenes that audiences can look forward to? Maybe leave out the characters and just describe the action.
I want to say there's a fight scene in the back of an El Camino
Hmm.
that was probably one of my favorites, mainly because of the challenges to get there and to make sure it was pulled off well within the time frame we had. So I'm really proud of that one. But yeah, a close second to that would be the rooftop fight, which is a huge one. So no spoilers there, but I'm gonna say those are probably two of my favorites. But yeah, all of them have a special place. I mean, look, the stairwell is special too because it started our world off. It made sure people understood we knew what we wanted to show the world concerning John Wick-esque flavor. So yeah, that's a special one.
And what was the biggest challenge for you to direct the action for?
I'm sorry, say again.
Oh, and which of those scenes in particular, or maybe one you haven't mentioned, was the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge, I'm going to say probably the stairwell in the beginning because when it's your first big one, and it's like this is our introduction into action. The challenge was making sure the story and the tension and drama was there, but also we found cool highlight moments to show we remember we are an extension of the John Wick universe, but we're the prequel. So let's make sure our tone feels the 70s, feels like it's not too modern, but yet still make it cool. So the challenge was doing all of that and in a short amount of time because we shot that fight scene in one day. So that was definitely a challenge.
Mm. And to wrap things up, there's a fun Dorkaholics question I love to ask people, which is
Okay.
growing up, what did you dork on about, or what made you a dork?
This is gonna be crazy. I dorked out over toys when I grew up because I was a big Thundercats, Silverhawks, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers. So I'm a big He-Man dork, if you want to call that. I know mostly all the characters. I used to create my own little mimic fight scenes with them when I was younger, with fish wire, making people fly around and making up battles and stuff. So I want to say if there's anything dork about me is He-Man, which is something I'm looking forward to whenever they get a chance to do the live action version. Yeah, so so if I throw my hat in there for that one, don't be surprised.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I think there's a connection there, action figures to action director.
Oh, look at that. I like that. That's cool. All right.
But thank you so much for your time today, Larnell. Looking forward
All
to
right.
talking about the Continental with people around the world.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed.